Hello everyone, this is Snowbird Bob back again here with you today. Today is Monday, September the 6th, 2021. I want to wish y'all a happy Labor Day out there. Looks like that much of the area is under the influence of some much drier air, especially across portions of northern Louisiana, up into Arkansas and Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and across much of the state of Missouri. It looks like that the cold front is making its way southeastward all the way down here towards southeastern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, up into northern Georgia here, where over the next 24 hours we could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms, and some of these showers and thunderstorms could produce some rainfall up to about 1/4 inch to maybe 1 inch in some of the heavy showers and thunderstorms, as you can see across southern Louisiana out toward northern Georgia and extreme north western South Carolina. As we can take it out over the next 3.5 days, that area of concern weather and the Gulf of Mexico, the National Hurricane Center has it at 0% development, at near 0% development over the next 48 hours, and over the next 3 or 4 days at only 30%. Looks like that if it does become anything, it may be a weak tropical depression, outside chance it could be a weak tropical storm, but that will most likely impact the Florida Panhandle or up into the Florida Peninsula, well east of the area where Hurricane Ida impacted in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. And that is some good news there. And some of these areas do need rainfall, but some of these areas do not need rainfall. But I don't see any, real big flooding issues, even as we head over the next few days out and across portions of Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida here, with maybe 1 to 3 inches, isolated amounts, maybe 4 or 5 inches if we get up some of these, training thunderstorms as we head into that Wednesday and Thursday time frame. What is bigger news out there is we got a cold front's going to be making its way into the areas we head into Wednesday and Wednesday night, and you can see some of these showers and thunderstorms that will develop along and ahead of that cold front across Oklahoma into southeastern Kansas, up into central Missouri, and across Ohio Valley here. But it still will leave pretty much the central part of the forecast area. Won't see any rainfall probably for the next 5 to 7 days across Louisiana, northeastern Texas, central northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, central and western Tennessee, southern Missouri, and much of the state of Arkansas. May not see any rainfall over the next 5 to 6 days. Before we get on temperatures, there looks to be a possibility we could be seeing some tropical development way down the line here, days 7, 8, 9, 10, into the western Gulf of Mexico. Where does that go, or even if it develops at all, is the big question. So I will keep you informed on that. So, just for right now, you can let your guard down. There's no big tropical hurricanes, tropical storms or hurricanes plan on impacting anywhere across Texas, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, at least over the next 5 to 7 days. But after that, we could see a possibility of some development out there. Let's take a look at what a lot of people has been waiting on and a lot of people has been looking for over the last, we hadn't had a, really bad hot summer, but after several months of temperatures up in the 90s, heat index values anywhere from 95 to 115. A lot of people was looking for some relief, and especially those people still without power down there across southeastern Louisiana. And as you can see, as we go into the overnight hours tonight, some of this cooler, drier air will filter all the way down. You can see, let me bring this up a little bit here so you can see it closer. This is tonight and early morning Tuesday. We got temperatures in the lower 60s as far south as Monroe, Louisiana, 63 for Shreveport, upper 60s for around the Baton Rouge area, in the 60s for central Mississippi, pretty much all of Arkansas and northern Alabama, much of Tennessee. Could see temperatures in the upper 50s for tonight. And this is just the first little shot, the cool front coming through today. We can take it out, and let's take it out a little bit. Now, we do warm back up a little bit as we head into the day on tomorrow and Wednesday. However, that next big shot of cool air is going to be coming in Wednesday night and Thursday. Let me back this up here. You can see this here. This is lows. This potential lows on Thursday morning. You can see lows in the 50s widespread all across central northern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. Kind of bring this up here a little bit. Here you can see lows for Thursday morning all the way down into the 50s for Kentucky, Missouri, northern Arkansas, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi. Actually, this cool, drier air will actually push more southward as we get into Thursday night and Friday. See, we take it out a little further here. Let me back it up here so I can show you the highs on Thursday. You can see the highs on Thursday. Unfortunately, Texas and Oklahoma is not going to get that much of a cool down. We still got highs in the 90s with heat index values. Not going to be too high because some of the drier air will filter in to places like Dallas, northeastern Texas, and eastern Oklahoma. But it still will be quite warm. But if you really want to get into the cooler, drier air, you got to go further east into Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, points eastward out into the North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky, and the Ohio Valley area. But let's take, for instance, on Thursday. Okay, you got Thursday highs in the, let me bring this up a little bit here. Highs in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. Well, if you do this here and take a look at the dew point for that same time frame, you can see here, even though you got temperatures in the 80s and 90s on Thursday, I mean, we're going to have dew points, as you can see here, dew points in the 40s, all the way down almost to the I-10 corridor in Louisiana. And some of this cooler air will make it all the way down to southeastern Texas, all the way down into the where the Hurricane Ida victims are impacted, where a lot of them still don't have electricity right now, so it's going to feel quite comfortable out there. So on a normal, say, summer day, or a day where you get temperatures in the 80s or 90s and you got dew points in the 70s, I mean, it feels just miserable out there. But with a drier air like this, dew points in the 40s and 50s, temperatures in the 80s and 90s will not feel that bad at all out there. And let's take a look at a little bit further. Let's go back to the, I want to go back to the temperatures. And it looks like the coolest night of the week is going to be Friday morning. Let me go ahead and scroll it out there till we get to that part here. And let's say Friday morning. Yeah, this is it right here. This is Friday morning. You can see temperatures into the lower 60s and even some upper 50s, all the way down into eastern Texas, eastern Oklahoma, all of Arkansas, all of Louisiana, all of Mississippi, most of Alabama, and see these widespread 50s and 60s here. Kind of blow this up where you can see this a little better here. This will feel amazing. This will be the coolest night we have seen and the most comfortable night we have seen in probably about 4 months. We'd have to go all the way back to May before we see temperatures widespread like this into the 50s. This is lows now, lows in the 50s into the 60s. And also we're going to have drier air and lower humidity out there. So it's going to feel absolutely beautiful. So I say after we get tomorrow out of the way and Wednesday, as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, lows in the 50s and 60s, highs in the 80s and lower 90s with low humidity. It will feel, like our first true taste of fall. And as I said last week, I said I think this cool front that's coming in midweek, it's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back for the summer of 2021. I really think that's going to be the case. Now, as far as Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, I don't think y'all cool down a whole lot with this big cold front that's coming in later this week, but y'all will get some drier air in there. But I don't see no widespread hundreds or upper 90s anytime soon. Now, it still can happen. It's only early September. We're going into the second week of September now. But I highly doubt that we see any widespread 100s and heat index values 100 to 115 anytime the rest of the season. The next time that takes place will most likely be the summer of 2022 on there. So anyway, I thought I'd get on here and give y'all a quick update today. The weather is pretty out there for most of the region today. And you can tell it here in Mountain Home. I got down to 59 degrees this morning. And we're going to see a lot of those 50s as we head into tonight, to morning, and again on Thursday morning, Friday morning, and Saturday morning out there. And for people across Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, if y'all want to see any cooler air, we're still looking at a potential. In fact, the European model today is showing a big-time cold front coming in late next week. And that is what the GFS model has been showing for the last couple of days. And I went on my video yesterday showing that scenario. So it looks like that we could see an even bigger cold front as we get into late next week, where temperatures may get down in the northern part of the forecast area in the upper 40s. And I'm sorry, into the upper 30s, with 40s being more widespread and 50s all the way to the Gulf Coast. And this will include, if it takes place, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas out there. Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Y'all have a great rest of your Labor Day, everybody.